There we go. That was... Hope everyone's having a good evening. So, we're live to play some Final Fantasy 14. Let me just get logged into the game. Today was a good day. There we go. Just waiting for it to log me in. Okay. So tonight we're going to work some more on some of the main story quests. So I was working on my Lancer over the weekend. Got my Lancer up to, I think, 26 or 29. I'm trying to remember exactly where I left off with my Lancer, but I want to work on some more of the main story quests. Oh wow, a lot of people in queue today. No, I'm definitely I'm on a congested server. Okay. Let's go to my character. I'm gonna reassign the gear there. Let's go back to Vesper Bay. Got some Aetherite tickets that I might as well use. Oh yeah. Let me turn off. Ban those for right now. Okay, amazing display teamwork. Your fellow Scions have me that the beast tribes you're seeking to summon the Grand Companies. Okay. And like staring out at the sea to bring an old man back to his glory days. Aye, the good old times when his whole life still lay ahead of him and the greatest adventures were yet to be. God, don't you know better than to sneak up on your elders like that, youngin? Are you trying to send me to an early grave? Well, not early as such. But don't tell me I can see it just from looking at you. An adventurer, and an accomplished one at that. Hey, you might not be the grand graybeard I am, but I reckon your memory or two you can remembering. Save what you joined me at for a while before you turn to the road. After all, sometimes reflecting on the path can be just as we need to discover the path you'd forged into the future. Oh, New Game Plus. You now have access to the New Game Plus system. New Game Plus allows you to relive the adventures of your past by replaying previous quests with your current character's data. Play the old quests. The New Game Plus interface located under Duty and select the chapter you'd like to. Please note that special rules and conditions will apply when replaying. Oh, that's cool. I can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Areen this or Areen that. Why, it's as if you're some kind of God's damned hero. By jest, even I can see that you just seem to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Which I know just a place. The Aran Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Corthus and seek out a man named Willimus. Tell him that Nedrick sent you. How fares the adventure of late? Your gear holding up against the rigors of trade? Make no mistake, my friend, the quality of your weapon may well prove the difference between life and death. If you're serious about such things, there's someone I can introduce you. Her name is Rowena, and she is a collector of all manners of rare artifacts. She just might have something stock to suit your martial prowess. Rowena used to do business in Alda, but since relocated to Revenant's Toll, so as to be nearer to the ancient ruins from which she derives her livelihood. Should you ever have reason to go there, you do well to pay her a call. Because those are 58 months. Thank you. Thank you for the 58 months. How are you doing, Solaris? Good to see you. There's an Envious Cook. Heard we're in the same trade. You're in better shape than me, though. A mishap at the Wanderer's Palace nearly did me in. Boy, was it worth it. Absolutely. And always good to see you. Boy, was it worth it. The calamity drained near half the water from Bronze Lake, and there it was, an ancient temple of Oshkin. Why is it called a palace then? Beats me. I just went in looking for the treasure, me and my feller. It was like, oh, hope your day's going well. It was like a dream. That's what it was like. The water hadn't done a thing. There were gold-framed mirrors bright as the moon. We gazed upon ourselves, draped in chains of pearl, dancing on a floor of marble and malachite, like a king and queen, me and my feller. A daring-do adventurer like yourself wouldn't say no to a chance like that now, would you? Tell you what, go down to the docks west of Camp Bronze Lake and talk to Abazi Charazai. Used to be a boon companion of mine. He'll ferry you to the palace. Okay, because those quests are for new features in the game. So those quests are definitely important to do. Okay, we're heading to the solar. Because ever since your famous victory over Gaius and Belsar, the halls of the Wakened Sands have been thronged with petitioners seeking to engage the Scion service for personal gain. Although the Minfilia is loath to entertain their dubious proposals, she wonders if accepting such patronage might ultimately empower the Order to do greater good. We can in any decision check to hear the opinions of your fellow Scions. Let's go do that. Oh, what level is this quest? Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is all at thy disposal. Whether man or beastman, we want to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. Despair doth begin with the Amalja, who may have already summoned forth Ithrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well seek his counsel. Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Last, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen. defiant in defeat to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder, both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred chain shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few and our fortunes so finite. Oh, and we have another friend to the dawn. Hear my plea. Tidings most ominous arrive from Gridania. A primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the eldritch spirit witness and return to tell the tale. A vow that never before have they seen its wake. It's like the god's quiver doth investigate as we speak, and meseems Bollard Llewyn would welcome a capable adventurer helping hand. Pray hie thee to the seat of the first bough, and shine the light upon the matter. Okay. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiance need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare fealty to Alda now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Yida would enjoy the bribes. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have powers beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there's a growing belief amongst the refugees that Al Amigo could be liberated, if only the Cylons would commit the strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Irene. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Tancred has a new. Confirmation has just arrived from the Immortal Flames. 'Tis as Eorzea said, I fear the Amalja have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldessian insist that I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that the recent events have left me especially susceptible to tampering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everybody's sake, I must sit this one out, that I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now, the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have the information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minfilia's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Recall you are meeting with Admiral shortly after the Lumensian sent word of the summoning of Titan. Then maybe you should also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merweb that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Lumensans to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolve them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. And then let's speak with Alphanal. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Irene. Alphino, Irene, is aught miss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The signs of the seventh dawn must leave Olda. We must do what? As long as we remain within Olden territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We may have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that they are the reason the Vesper Bay still lacks an aetheryte. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it is and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Alda is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm length and plant our banners in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious with the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Olda people over the years, but I truly believe this is to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community forged through years of concerted effort. Olda is our home, Alphino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Science of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family has. That will be all, Alphino. I am sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come between for the needs of the Order, after all. Let's see. Cooking sherry. Oh. Leave Olda? Has it truly come to this? Irene, pray attend to Alphino. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphino waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Okay. That seems a little weird. Ophelia has a lot that she's thinking through. Confound it! She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Philomem was her name. You may know her better as the songstress of Olda. She was a performer of singular talents, and she was much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlayan minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shocks and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Philomon's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Philemon is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliad, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I meant to set forth for La Nocia at once. Let's recover there. Let's reconvene there and inquire with Master Gregoruju as to the veracity of these rumors. Okay. Some of these names. Costa del Sol. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's bane? I mean, Arene, what brings you to my humble resort? Philemon? You mean to tell me the goddess of made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Oda? Egads, woman, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. For shame to think that she now plies her trade with riffraff off to the west or wherever she said she was going into tragedy. I say tragedy. West it is. Thank you, Master Gregoruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I should begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel to Wineport and do the same. Okay. No, I don't want to go back to Horizon. Oh. Fancy yourself a romantic, friend? Do you often find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of the storied relics left behind by the heroes of yore? Yes, you say? Then I have a proposal for you. I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard. Bear with me now. I assure you that this gets better. Who most eagerly regaled me from what I could gather amidst slurred speech and copious amounts of spittle, that is, with the tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. I don't recall the particulars. I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see, but it sounded rather convincing to my ale-addled brain. What I do remember is that the fellows mentioned striking out at first light for Raincatcher Gully to visit a minor friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart to flutter, you might still find them there. Okay. Got a new quest we can... Well, if it isn't Arene, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold. To give the woman her due, but her perfume is so ghastly. I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings. You understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Hey, you want to know if I've seen a me coat lass by the name of Philomene? I wish I hadn't seen a lass of any description for. I wish I haven't seen the last of any description for far too bloody long, except yourself, of course. No, I don't want to teleport up. No, that's the leaves of this area, so don't need to do those. I see that you have had many great adventurers since we last spoke. Irene, you must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that, so robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. So I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of these flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincutter Gully and head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have yet the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Okay, so up to Raincutter Gully it is. Might as well also talk to the diligent digger. Hidden treasures. Ha! Another gill-crazed greenhorn reeled in by Eildwine's tall tales, eh? Yes, Eildwine. That's the daughter and fool's name. Though mind ye, I've not known him to limit his consumption to any type of brew. Hey, saw him just the other day, I did, clutching some tattered, piss-yellow parchment like it was made of solid mithril. This is me ticket to fortune, he blabbered, not half so eloquently, mind ye, before stumbling out the tavern doors and promptly falling flat on his mug, like it or not. Did I see the map myself, you say? Did I ever? Why, the fool shoved it up in my face so many times that I swear the mold left the page to take up residence in me nostrils. 'Twas a mess of blue and brown splotches that Eorzea swore was Camp Bronze Lake with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking of going there, are you? Take my word, you'll find naught but a sorry drunkard in his sack of broken dreams. Okay. So we're going to head down that way. Oh, I can fly. Why am I walking? I can fly. Okay, we're searching. We're in the area. Oh! Oh! It is her. Oh. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Kubu's ire until it was too late. The oil can be used to make a perfect perfume, you see, and I... Philomene, I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found a woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of old, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say, Acelia, is looking for you. Acelia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you are dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself in Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know, but tell me, sojourn in the forest of Lanacia aside, when exactly will the time be right? Telling when I deem it so? Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? Milady, apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safe locale? Wineport, say? Back up to Wineport. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarcely begin to imagine what emotion will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. There we go. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay? Yes? I kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Interceded. You have a guest. Lamine. Acelia. I haven't seen her like this in years, Irene. My hair is going through my whatever my outfit is. Oh, I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead. But what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay far away from you as far away from you as I could, lest the pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated it in secret. I'm so proud of you, Acelia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. So, Setia perfume. You remembered. How could I forget? You were all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following it my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Irene, however. I could not have made it without her. Thank you, Irene. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Almegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Olda. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me there. Then she raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It's clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining. I was a very different. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Acelia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I have failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become and all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Acelia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Tyans must leave Olda. Lamine, you built it once, Acelia. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphanal, the time has come for the Silence to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Bodesian. Preparation begins at once. It is well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified success. However, with construction still ongoing, resources in short supply, it seems that certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support. Sympathetic to our causes though they may be, whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. But without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Really, Alphino, if I need to concern myself with anything, it's surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the signs of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We'd be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions with which must need be negotiated. If it pleases you, I would do so. It does. Madam, unless I'm mistaken, you are the one known as Irene, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? Slaffborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an impure reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking a few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Irene. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there's already so much you have done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Irene, were you able to get some rest? I ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphino has just returned, and it would seem there's something he would share with us. You're here. Good. Comparing news. The negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Signs of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordana, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tadaru's tales of many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans. They've each pledged their full support, General Raban included. Moreover, I've decided that the time is right for us to cast out the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, antecedent? If anything is a mere formality, our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will stand for. Well, obviously, risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little bit more recognition. The people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, I would show them that at its power, accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenge which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and time again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Philomene to teach me the basics of mining too. Do you ever wonder how he does it, Alphanal? I mean, it was almost predictable that he should appear as an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organization. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaffborn. They can turn our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Irene. Okay. We're going to go to Mordana. Oh, here's another. Do I bother you? Unless I'm very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Irene Bagabear herself. Amazing and more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. But I recently have received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. Opportunity the likes of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep could cost you your life. But what is the little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her own ability stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave it. No recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rombrose at St. Konig's. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Okay. I was told to expect a scion, but I did not expect it to be you. It's been far too long, Irene. Did you have something for me? Yes? Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I just... Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see? Ha, but I just... Even I can appreciate that an important woman such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, maybe happy you'd be keen on having a look around the Zion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and then their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. It may be raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Is that you, Irene? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have some urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania. It would appear our aid is required at once. I'm going to ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite all right, Irene, friend? I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear that this is no time for leisurely tour. But no worries. You can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Waking Sands. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordana. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could be that Ixo had summoned Garuda again? Perhaps Imperial forces have been sighted within the shroud. Well, whatever it is, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. Let's go. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come in so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Irene. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to the ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Mogul squad, the Mogul guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, the servants warrant a full investigation. The presence has been requested by Commander Huloy that he awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray haste to Gridania, Irene. Yada and Papilima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. There's a lot going on. And what's this quest? Bring me ourselves a situation. Our scouts at Spire have sent word that the Ixo are attacking their position. They report that they have already weathered a sudden strafing run by one of the Birdman blasted war balloons, and casualties were high. Have you seen these beastmen's dirigibles? The Ixo stock them with explosive munitions and rain hell on their targets below. Even should they float with their... Hey, it's good to see you, Reyna. Good to see you. The balloons' skins are thick and difficult to penetrate, though it can be done. Thus, the spires we constructed throughout the 12's wood are Gridania's first line of defense against assault from the air. It's frustrating indeed, then, that recent conflicts have left them undermanned. I need you to head into the North Shroud immediately and lend your strength to the garrison at Spire. I am certain Captain Guthert will appreciate the help. A pleasure to see you as always, Irene. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Just going to reassign that gear. There's another quest. Now here's a woman who inspires confidence. Heartens me to see you stride into the adder's nest today, for I have a task of considerable breadth, even greater import. A task that calls out for a competent adventurer. Allow me to elaborate. In recent weeks, my eyes has been drawn to unusual movement among the Sylph. Those charming yet troublesome beastmen with whom we share our forest home. In hopes of shedding light on their intentions, be they malicious or benign, I dispatched a young researcher to the Little Solace to investigate further. The fellow goes by the name of Voice. Mayhap you have heard of him? It would seem he is rather accomplished in this field. He set out a fortnight ago and has been sending regular reports ever since. That is until some 3 days passed. He was quick to assure me that his prodigious intellect and survival skills would ensure his safety. I cannot help but fear he has come to harm. Such is my request to you. Travel to Little Solace, inquire to the well-being of our man. Seek out the Sylph Omzio, who has oft acted as an intermediary between our peoples. Now go in safety and in haste. The forge holds many dangers, these days more than ever. Okay, and then let's do the main quest. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Cop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seed Seer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire 12's wood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylph. We would have you reprise the role to our dealings with the Moogles. The rest of you should hear from Kuplo. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Cop himself. He waits you with the Elder Seed Seer at the Lotus Stand. Okay, I'm not quite at my quest log. Here we go. The other signs have already arrived, Adam. May I show you in? Oh, I love this. Muggles? Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Muggles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Cop. Can you not see that she hasn't the faintest idea of what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive this witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you've come, Marine. And upon such short notice, truly Regania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are... I've got a Moogle leshy behind me. Our friend Kuplo Cop has brought us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Mogomog 10, 11, 12 has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot for sure say if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Muggles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there. Unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine. Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of this, the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Muggles. So good King Mogomog the 12th, sorry. May his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice. He said to all the Muggles should live here there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Mogomog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do. Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Muggles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mogomog the 12th. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mugglekind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something good thinking. Remind me again what happened Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Yida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mogomog the 12th is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Muggles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought unto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempers and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mongols Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end as well as they did yesterday. The fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their home, come what may. I assure you that the Mongols Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of good King Mogomog the 12th, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love. They started to get a little carried away, Kupo, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the Sylphs summon Ramu, you mean? Or Rama? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he possesses a threat not only to Mughal kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Irene, confront good King Mogul Mog the 12th and drive him from our midst. Humbly I do, thank you. The sanctuary of the Moguls Guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical walls. Brother Isumiyan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Okay, we're gonna head back to New Gridania. Oh, you gotta click it. Welcome, adventurer. You are come to Still Glade Fan, home of the Hunters Guild. We conjurers harness the power of earth, wind, and water that abound in nature, and thereby weave spells of healing and protection. Ever do we seek noble souls to initiate into our mysteries? Might you be such a soul? Come join the guild. Yeah. Then allow me to provide you with an overview of what it is to be a conjurer. Conjurer is the art of healing and purification. Practitioners harness the power of nature and that they might bring about change in the form of spells. Primitive magic, such as that once wrought by individuals known as mages, meaning those with the ability to manipulate aether, has existed since the dawn of time. It was not until some 5 centuries ago that conjuring emerged from this shapeless agglomeration of spells and charms, an event which led to the founding of Gridania. In those dark days, the elementals would not suffer man's presence in the Twelveswood, forcing our forebears to make their homes beneath the earth in the great subterranean city of Gelmora. But their desire settled in the Twelveswood continues to burn fiercely. Time and again they sought to curry the elementals' favor. Unlike many other creatures bound in temples of flesh, the elementals are beings of pure aether. Recognizing this, the mages of Eld reasoned that their talent of aetheric manipulation might allow them to commune with these theretofore enigmatic entities. It took 5 long years, but our forebears finally succeeded. The reward, the elemental permission to dwell in the Twelveswood. So it was that the nation of Gridania was born. Since that time, the elementals have taught us to live as one with nature, speaking with to all Gridanians through the hearers, those mages who are able to commune with them. And for their intimacy with the elementals, the hearers would go on to attain greater mastery over the forces of nature. Thus did they conceive the art of conjuring. And that, my most attentive listener, is a brief history of conjuring. If you have mind to walk our path, I wholeheartedly will welcome you to join our guild. It will be my pleasure to explain the initiation process to you. Speak with me again. Is your mind made up? Are you ready to join the Conjurers Guild? That as well. I should introduce you to our guild master, Brother Isumiyan. Brother Isumiyan presides over the Conjurers Guild even as he serves the nation as a hearer. You will find him in the meditation area within. Go to him and make known your desire to join the guild. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to become a conjurer of Stillglade fame. I am Brother Isuni Yan, Master of the Guild. Before you are formally accepted into our ranks, I would impart you the principles of conjuring. Pray attend me well. Conjuring is an arcane art that takes life in the living for its domain. Its primary purpose is the solving of hurts and the granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself stand upon the front lines of battle. Owing to this, you are likely to find yourself in many situations where a capacity for healing would be advantageous. Mind you, there is more to conjuring than that. By harnessing the power of earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjuring may pale in comparison to thaumaturgy, but its capacity to defend one against aggression more than compensates for this relative shortcoming. Mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge afflictions, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simply healers, yet not true dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap that was too much to grasp upon a single hearing, but worry not, for the meaning of my words will become clear to you in due time. You will come to understand that conjuring is not the sole province of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk your path, I must needs that you solemnly vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the 12 split alike. Can you make this vow? I vow to embrace nature. I knew your enter ere your lips had parted, yet I am no less pleased to hear it. By the power vested in me, I hereby name you a member of the Conjurers Guild. If you would be so kind as to lend me your hunting log, I shall add it to the names of such creatures as would pose a suitable challenge to a conjurer. To mark this momentous occasion, I present you this cane. Though it may be old and weathered, it will serve you as well to take your first steps upon the path of the conjurer. Pick up your cane, Irene, and present yourself to me once more. I send you on your first task as a conjurer of Stillglade fame. Cool. There's unlock conjurer. Nice. Recommended gear. Gear set. Conjurer. There we go. Welcome, Marine. Welcome that you should be the one to face good King Mog the 12th is of great comfort to me and the elementals both. As I am sure you know, the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet, should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. This does behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. I got another quest to unlock. It is well that you are here, Irene. Some burdens are too heavy to bear even for those so favored to abide. Know that you were chosen as much for your true heart as your skill. I seek you in the name of the three seers, the eldest, Connie Senna, you already know as the guardian of our fair land. 2 siblings has she. Is the younger of this pair, Arun Senna, who hears the voice of the elementals with greatest clarity. And what he has heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings we have traced to the lost city of Amdapur in the South Shroud. The city once throve in the fullness of magic during the 5th Ashta era, but it was sealed in the wake of its demise. Alas, the 12th has been out of balance since the calamity. So righteous has its aspect become that the seal was severely weakened. When this happened, the forest surrounding the city began to wither and die. We would join you to investigate the cause. Now, I must confess that this is the task for the Twin Adder normally, but we do not live in normal times. Irene, the company is spread thin, and you are stout with success. will you not assist? It is well that you assent, for the need is great. Go now to see to your Raya O Senna at Camp Tranquil, and list well to what she says of her brother's divination. The wards barring access to the King Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanting keystones. The self-same method of implemented 5 years ago, when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with the great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardian who then held the keystone, for none were in our position at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kupo Cop confided in me that he has been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moggles Guard themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the King's Sanctum. Alas, I've been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, fear that the Moogles might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kupo Cop's keystones, and pray go to him and beg his assistance. He waits you at Wet Shore Pier. Press upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Okay. By the So how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there's truly no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Plume Pier. I'll go on ahead. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you were planning. I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Elizan? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different than the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his king's Moogles, he plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kupo Koff will answer for his crime soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moggle Mog the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. The king has planned to purge the 12th of his enemies, Kupo. We gotta stop him before it's too late. The entrance is to Thorn marches deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Moggles Guard has set traps to the Lord Enchanted Beasts. I cannot hide from them, so you need to protect me. Escort. Okay. So we're going to escort him. I'm escorting him. There we go. Oh, oh. Two of you, I did not see you. Oh, wrong way. This way. Attack me! Attack me! Did we make it? We did. We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you tune to an aetherite. Kupo, I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Muggles a lesson and send the king back where he went from whence he came. Living a character is crucial. waiting for it to come up for this dungeon. Actually, see what time it is. I'm going to call it here just because I'm feeling a little tired. So I'm going to call it here. So I will be back again on Sunday, but James will be back again on Friday. Until then, be awesome.